a little bit about our programs, how we help the community, and how the community out there can help us to do this work. I'm joined by Joshua Anderson and Irish Harris that are part of the Niagara P.A.T.H program here. Reset again, what is P.A.T.H?
P.A.T.H, presenting alternatives to treatment and healing. We are a quick response program that tries to help individuals as quickly as possible, because we know that there's a window, right, when someone wants to get help, whether it's after an overdose or they just are just ready to stop. And that happens a lot too, right? Some people are just ready to like stop what they're doing and they want a different life, right? But that window is small, right? And they don't have a whole lot of time. So we try to move as quickly as we possibly can to help an individual. And we're not talking about days, right? Like, we want to help now.
So how are you helping? What are you trying to get them to do?
So, I mean, it's at one time we thought that success is getting someone in a treatment, right? I mean, that's always going to be a success, but you know, success is way more than that, right? Success can be something as simple as an ongoing and continued relationship with someone. So when they're ready, that they're going to reach out for us, right? I think that's real important. Originally, we were set up to, like, you know, help individuals, you know, and build a conduit of communication, right? That's originally what P.A.T.H was supposed to do. Some people are just in such bad shape. They're leaking. And we have to forego all that, let's be friends. We are like, okay, what can we do to save your life, right? So yeah, getting them in treatment is great. Sometimes it's getting them a sandwich. Sometimes it's just, you know, having someone to talk to, you know, and let them walk through whatever they need to walk through so they can get to the other side, right? I look at it as, you know, there's a lot of different providers that can help, right? And they're kind of like fast food, right? Okay. What Irish and I promote is like a slow cooker, like long term, right? There's some stuff that you got to unpack. It takes a long time to figure it out.
Yes.
It's been over 29 years since I've last gotten high, right? And so I can look back and see, you know what I mean, some of the potholes and obstacles that get in our way, right? And we are able to freely, you know, give our experience of what some of the things that have happened, right? And how we've gotten through it. Right? That's what we do. We're just, you know, we're not reinventing the wheel. We're just trying to offer the love and support that is so needed and so missed in our community. That's all.
Right. And connecting people together. Yep.
It's all about connection.
Right.
Right? It's all about connection. It's the disconnection that is the issue, right? It's the isolation. It's cutting people. It's cutting yourself off from your help. How often is somebody, like, if someone loves you and you're doing something that you know is not a good idea, what do? We don't tell them. Why don't we tell them? Right? Because they're going to tell us the truth. And that's what substance use or negative element or the disease of addiction or whatever you want to call it, that's what it wants us to do. It wants to cut us off from our help. So here we are. We are promoting connection.
Very good. No, that's great. That's great. So we mentioned a little bit about with the Narcan and such. Fentanyl strips are in there as well. Is that part of what we're doing? We haven't talked about fentanyl yet.
Yes, we also provide fentanyl strips and other harm reduction, because we have Narcan. I mean, we have vending machines that has Narcan and all the harm reduction things in it. We add a little other stuff so that, you know, if I'm walking to the Narcan, if I'm walking to the vending machine, that if I go in there and I get a bag of chips and I also get Narcan, that you're not watching me get Narcan. You know.
Right. There's a stigma, right?
Yeah,
yeah. There's a stigma out there that we need to fight against, right? Because
there is still a stigma.
Really, I mean, we're talking about the seniors, right? I mean, we don't ascribe certain things to a senior that double doses.
That's right.
Versus, you know, somebody else that's using in some way. So it's important to get out there. I appreciate you sharing that, honestly. So there's a lot of people out there watching and listening. What do they need to know about P.A.T.H, and how can they help you guys in your work?
Well, first, where we're located is at 1001 11th Street in the Trot Building, down the hall from DMV. Okay. A lot of people don't know that you can walk that way until they put the sign up. But Yeah, that's where we're located at. Our phone number is 278-8166, and they can call us at any time. Sure, we work like a 9 to 5 job, but because we do have that lived experience, sometimes they need to call when it's not 9 to 5, and we still pick up.
Of course.
I think that's a real important point right there, Iris, because we don't just want help 9 to 5 during business hours, right? Usually, to be quite honest, like my experience is that I realized that my life wasn't going in the way I wanted to about 2:15 in the morning. I think that's a regular time.
That would be my thoughts. Yes.
That it happens. This number is still good at that time. Okay. And not only is this number good, but the crisis services number, they will connect you directly to us. What we do, what we do is that when we go to someone that might have had an overdose event, we'll bring a bag such as this right here. And in this bag, we will have a bunch of different information from all types of providers, local providers that have set up camp in the Niagara County area, such as Horizons and North Point and Best Self and Save the Michaels. God bless Save the Michaels. We don't care. Like we look at ourselves as like the mortar in between the bricks, right? We look at CMI as a brick and Men's Gospel as a brick and all these other places. And we're just trying to fill the cracks that are in between and to hold it all together. That's all.
That's great. That's a good way to look at it. So a lot of partners, a lot of partnership.
Yep.
Certainly. So you mentioned your office in there. People can stop by and pick up things. What could they pick up, or what could they, just information or what?
So it's so comfortable. It's almost like this. It's comfortable. It has the couches and kitchen, and so we even provide a NA meeting in there for people that come, because we deal with people from probation, we deal with people from just the community itself, and so there's signs all over Trot about, it's called recovery engineer meeting that meets, during the day. And so, sometimes they send, from probation or North Point, which is in the same building, they come to a meeting and they ain't got to go far,
Right.
She mentioned probation. Also, another important part of the path is that we try our best to offer services to families, right, of that might have had someone die from the horrors of substance use disorder, right? They're left holding the bag, right? And they got questions, and again, here's my view of the disease of addiction or opiate use disorder or substance use, whatever it is. It's the only thing that can kill you and you not even have it. They got parents of people who are no longer here, and they have no one to talk to or not the right people to talk to, and we try to offer ourselves to them as well, right? One of the things that they told us early on when we started our recovery process is that one of the first things that we should do is either buy a suit or something real nice to wear, because you're going to bury a lot of people, and we have, right? And we still show up, right? And we do our best with what we have, right? And sometimes it's nothing more than, maybe giving someone a hug, and
staying connected.
Yeah.
Staying connected is important, especially of the people who have lost someone. That we still reach out, we send card to let them know that we will be coming. So when we show up on their door, that they don't know who we are. Right. We done sent the card ahead of time to let them know that we're coming.
Right.
Yeah.
Connection. I keep hearing it time and time again. You guys are putting in the work, putting in the steps. It sounds like.
Yeah.
Being out there for people. It's good work. It's got to be difficult work, right? Certainly, but rewarding for you, I hope.
I don't think it's difficult, to be quite honest.
No.
I don't tell my boss. I don't even work, because it's a privilege to answer a call for help.
Yeah.
How can I look at that at work? Right.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we're showing up for overdose, but if that's our way to connect with the individual, we plant a seed and we walk away and don't have our permission to grow.
Yeah, we got these all day, Christian. This is what we do. This is what we do, right? I mean, like we talk to people, so we need to have these type of skills. We got to be able to communicate in a positive way, and this is what we do.
Right.
Yeah, because a lot of times we show up at the door, you know, because of the embarrassment of what happened, they might not want our help. But because we leave a card, they may call us not the next day, maybe a month later, and ask for the help.
It happens all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Right? I don't know what to do, and they reach back, and then so at that moment, our job becomes really, really important. Like it's the most important thing because we know that this might be someone's only chance to get help.
Yeah.
Right? So we don't take our work for granted. We love, listen, I love working for my team. I love getting up and we talk, right? Like this is what we do every single day as we connect, right? I love doing it, but I do understand how serious this is, right? This is serious business, right?
For sure. Yep. Well, thank you all so much for sharing with us what it is that you do. Thank you for the work that you're doing to help so many people all throughout Niagara County, right? So thank you so much for joining us today. And again, if you'd like to meet them up close and in person, you can come out to our Sweetheart Dinner, which they'll be speaking at, which is going to be upcoming on Friday, on March 1st at the Sheraton Niagara Falls. If you'd like to attend, there are still some tickets available, or if you'd like to sponsor in some way, or make a donation of a basket or a gift card or something like that, please give us a call at 285-3403. I'm at extension 2247, and we would love to have an opportunity to speak with you about how you might be able to support our Sweetheart Dinner. We're also always looking for other types of donations, as I mentioned earlier, in our clothing closet or in our food pantry. We could certainly take in donations of obviously clothes or household items for the clothing closet or food that is not yet met its expiration date. We would certainly appreciate you thinking of us. If you're clearing out maybe your closets or something, doing some winter cleaning to get ready to maybe think forward towards springtime when we can get out and do a little bit more than the weather that we're currently experiencing, at least. Again, we want to say thank you so much to anyone who sponsored our Christmas program or helped with the Christmas program in some way this past year. Last month we had 200 or so families that were able to experience a happier Christmas thanks to all of you out there donating some gifts or some gift cards or something like that. So we're so appreciative of everyone that made all of that happen for us. And do consider us once again if you need to volunteer or want to volunteer to give back in some way, or if you are maybe looking for a career change or a career supplement that you'd want to maybe spend some time helping the community like we just heard Irish and Joshua are doing out there. We have opportunities in many different areas that you can feel good about yourself and also bring home a paycheck as well. You can go online to communitymissions.org/jobs and look at all about 25 different opportunities that we have available. So thank you so much for joining us today, and we will see you again next month as we talk through another one of our programs here at Community Missions.